What's up, Georgia chiropractors? My name is Dr. Nick Silveri. I am with Leverage Media, and I am super pumped because I was invited to present to you guys on Thursday, March 25th at 1 p.m. And I'm going to be going over the 5 marketing things that you must be doing in 2020 to grow, even if 2020 was a tough year. So we're going to be talking about a lot of different things, how it all works together, what type of marketing you should be doing for each type of channel, and coming from a chiropractor who owns a practice, who runs a content marketing agency for chiropractors, I feel like I bring a very unique perspective to the table. So as we all know, 2020 was a pretty crazy year. And for those chiropractors that were heavily dependent on referrals and in-person events, the referrals may have still been there. Sometimes, maybe even went up a little bit, but the in-person events in most places really took a hit. And so the people that really struggled last year were the ones that had not built out a great infrastructure when it comes to their online brand, their online presence, and just their marketing in general when it comes to the internet, social media, Google, what have you. So what I want to do is really give you the foundation of what are the things that you really need to focus your time on. There's lots of shiny objects out there, but what are the things that move the needle when it comes to marketing online as a chiropractor, which is a very different thing than marketing online as, as a marketing agency. I'm a worldwide company. The strategies that I use for this company are very different than the strategies that I use for my brick and mortar chiropractic business. So it's important for you to know what do you need to focus on, what really is important. So we're going to be focusing on really 3 things. It's going to be your website, it's going to be social media, and it's going to be Google, and how those 3 work individually and then how they all work together. So for your website, how can you create a website that really represents your brand and doesn't just work as an online brochure? So there are too many cookie cutter websites or WordPress sites that were built 10 years ago that it's like it basically just got thrown up for the sake of having something. And it hasn't been looked at or worked on for years. I want to make sure that your website is really your online business card in terms of this is going to tell people everything that they need to know when it comes to who do you help, who are you trying to attract, who's your ideal patient, what are the conditions that you can help with, and really stay focused in on what those potential new patients are looking for from a chiropractor and from a chiropractic website. Second piece is going to really be around social media. So, social media gives us the opportunity to show up as the expert in our community on the conditions and the situations that each individual office wants to show up for. So just because I want to show up for these keywords or these conditions or these situations doesn't mean that that's what you want to show up for. So making sure that you are building your brand the right way, attracting the patients that you're meant to attract. And social media gives us the opportunity to get our message and our content out there in a leverageable way, meaning you can create the content once and blast it out to tens, if not hundreds of thousands of people, in a radius around your practice that are going to see it. But the important part is what do you need to talk about? What's going to be important enough to where it's going to actually make a difference in people's lives to get them to take action? And then the last part is going to be Google. So how do you show up as an expert in Google's eyes? And then in turn, how that shows up as an expert in your ideal patient's eyes, because a lot of people just trust Google now to define the most relevant thing for the search term that they're looking for. So all of us are trying to, compete around chiropractor city state, chiropractor near me. Those are all important. Those are very bottom of the funnel, ready to buy types of searches. But how can we start to show up when people may not even know that chiropractic is the solution to their problem? How can we be an expert for when they're looking for Google to find, like, what should I do about this situation? What should I do about this condition? How can we position ourselves so that we are the natural health experts in the space and that we're the first choice in Google's eyes? And more importantly, we're going to talk about how this all works together. How can we make it easy for people to find us? How can we make sure that we stay in front of people, even if they're not looking? And how do we have a website that really converts them into patients? Because it's one thing to get traffic to your website, it's a whole nother thing to actually convert them into patients. So be sure to join us on Thursday, March 25th at 1 p.m. I'll make sure that I've got plenty of time to answer any specific questions you might have. If you want me to look at something specifically, I'm more than happy to help. I always love super interactive presentations, but this is the stuff that we need to know to be able to continue to grow and to take our place rightfully as the number one healthcare choice for people for all the conditions that we're able to help with. So hope to see you there, and I'm looking forward to it.